Hey kids and boys and girls, let's get our wiggles out with some fun finger plays. Way up high in an apple tree, two little apples were smiling at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came those apples. Boy, were they good. Way up high in a cupcake tree, all those cupcakes were smiling at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came those cupcakes. And they were good.
Hi Kids Zone Preschool, I'm Miss Lisa, and today we're learning that God is real. So how do you know that God is real? Well, let's watch a video that will test how well you can tell what's real and what's not. Let's play fact or fiction.
Welcome to the game Fact or Fiction, the game show where facts fly and fiction fizzles. We'll show you 3 statements. 2 are true, they are facts, but 1 is fiction, not true. Can you tell which is which? Let's find out. For our first round, we're looking at koalas. Which statement about these fun furry friends is fiction? 1. Koalas sleep 10 hours a day. 2. They have fingerprints like humans. 3. Koalas weigh up to 30 pounds. It's time to vote. And here's how you do it. If you think the first statement is fiction, hold up 1 finger. If you think statement 2 about fingerprints is fiction, hold up 2 fingers. If you think statement 3 is made up, hold up 3 fingers. Ready? Vote now. Statement 1 is fiction. 10 hours of sleep a day might seem like enough to you, but koalas sleep closer to 22 hours. Wow! For round 2, we're considering a friend we usually find underfoot. Snails! Which of these 3 statements is fiction? Hold up either 1, 2, or 3 fingers to vote. 1. Snails can sleep for 3 years. 2. Snails live about 6 months. 3. Snails are nocturnal, meaning they're often active at night. Vote now. Ready? The answer that's fiction is number 2. Snails can live far longer than 6 months. In the wild, they live 2 to 5 years. And in captivity, some have lived up to 15 years. Hey, a snail would make a great pet. It would live a long time, not eat much, and if you take it for a walk, it won't run away. Final round, let's sneak a peek at giraffes. Which statement about them is fiction? Number 1, giraffes can run 35 miles per hour. Number 2, giraffes sleep on their backs. Number 3, giraffes have tongues that are 20 inches long. Everyone vote. You won't find a giraffe stretched out on its back for a snooze. They actually sleep standing up. How cool is that? Thanks for playing Fact or Fiction. And here's a bonus fact for you. Something that's absolutely, positively, no questions about it, true all the time. God is real. That is a fact you can always count on.
How can you tell the difference between what's real and what's made up? We may not always be able to tell the difference between fact and fiction when it comes to silly animal facts, but we can always know God is real. God showed up for Moses in a very real way, and he's real today too. Let's hear a true story from the Bible about how God showed he's real. There was a man named Moses. He was out in the field taking care of his animals. While Moses was watching his animals, he noticed a bush on fire, but the bush wasn't burning up. Let's read Exodus 3:3-4. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, Here I am. Wow, God is real, and he talked to Moses from a burning bush. Do you think how God came to talk to Moses is exciting or scary? Well, God is amazing and he loves you, so we can always be excited to talk to him. When God called to Moses, Moses said, "Here I am. Can you try that at home?" "Here I am." So next, God told Moses, "Don't come too close to the burning bush I'm in." This was, after all, a really important place. God is real, and he was right there. Since it was such a special place, God told Moses to take off his shoes, kind of like when you take off your shoes when you walk into a special home. And then God told Moses he is the real God. Moses' dad's God, his grandpa's God, and the God of all the people who ever lived. Some people back then believed in make-believe gods, but this was the one real God. Wow, this was a really special experience for Moses. Moses realized what a special thing this was for him to be right there with God, and he got a little bit scared. Can you show me your scared face? Oh my goodness, those are scared faces. So Moses covered up his face when he realized the real God was with him, kind of like this. But Moses didn't need to be scared. This was the real God who loved him and who loves you too. Next, God told Moses why he had shown up in that burning bush. He said he heard his friends' prayers and had a plan to rescue them, and he wanted Moses to be the leader who could lead God's friends into a new safe place. But Moses was scared because he didn't know how to be a leader. When have you been scared to try something new? God said, "I'll be with you. I'll even tell you what to say." And God gave Moses some words to say about how God is the real God and how God would rescue them. But Moses still felt worried. Then God said, "I'll give you a sign that I'm real." He told Moses to throw his stick on the ground, and when he did, it turned into a snake. Then God told Moses to pick up the snake, and when he did, the snake turned back into a stick. Even after all that, Moses still felt unsure about leading God's friends. But finally, he agreed when God said he'd be with Moses. He told Moses what to say and that Moses could bring his friend Aaron. And Moses and Aaron did just what God told them to do because they knew God is real and he had a great plan. Moses hadn't seen God before, but God showed he's real by talking to Moses through that burning bush. You probably haven't talked to God while he was in a burning bush, but that doesn't mean he's not real. God is real, he loves you, and he wants to be your friend. Think about this. You can't see the air around us, but you can breathe it in. Go ahead, try it. We have to have air to live. You can't see the wind, but you can feel it on your skin. Try blowing some air on you right now. And we can see what the wind does. It can make our hair fly or make our jackets fly. You can't see what I'm saying, but you can hear it with your ears. Can you point to your ears? God is real, and even though we can't see him, we can talk to him. And sometimes we'll hear an answer back in our hearts and our minds. We can read about him in the Bible and we'll learn about him. God is real and he loves you. Would you pray with me? God, thank you that you are real and here with me. Amen. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great week.